What's up, kiddos? So today marks the beginning of a potentially very painful segment, but it's my own fault because I thought it up. I've titled the segment Tales of Tragedy because if you guys haven't figured this out yet, I'm a bit of a mess. All of these stories are about me being a weird kid and having weird things happen to me as I matured from child to man-child, because I will never consider myself a grown-up. So yeah, sit back, relax, or don't, because some of these get weird. Prepare yourself because this cringe fest is about to commence. So today's story is about a curse of mine, my curse, that was set upon me in my 15th year of non-maturity. Around this juncture in my life, attractions became a thing. I'm not talking about like hobbies like, I don't know, painting or badminton or some other random sport that I didn't do because I don't like exercising. Talking about attractions to, in my case, both the opposite and same gender. Urges, some would be so bold to call it an awakening. The excitement I had for lustful escapades in the dark was upon me, and throughout the course of my middle school and high school careers, I was repeatedly disappointed because a lot of the men and women that I lusted or loved after did not reciprocate my feelings. I did, however, have luck with another, I don't know what you would call them, a group of humans. Mothers and grandmothers. Yes, it is true. I am cursed with a cougar attraction magnet embedded about 2 inches behind my chest. I don't actually know if that's where it is. Yeah. When older women see this bearded, made-up mug, they have the urge to grab me by my top garment or some random appendage and away with me for relations. And by relations, I mean mount my body and ride me like some demented curly-haired Shetland pony. So, this story is about one of these occurrences. In my last year sentence at Mount Mansfield Union High School, it was brought to my attention that, and I apologize in advance if I butcher this name, Issei Maria Barnwell, the bass singer from Sweet Honey on the Rocks, was holding a Southern-style music seminar. I was 50 shades of excited! Bass singers are people that I love. I am one. Not a famous one, but I am one. There's people like Avi Kaplan, Jeff Castellucci, and Tim Faust and Tim Storm. All of these men are people that I would like to be, and I'll throw the abbreviation down here just in case I butcher it. BFSBTF. I think I got that right, which for you uneducated trolls stands for Best Friends Singing Bass Together Forever. Male basses I find lovely. Women basses? Always. So, I heard through the grapevine that this musical madness and magic was happening at the Virgins Opera House. This was a high-end establishment, so I had to dress for the occasion. Zombie boots! Jeez, voice crack. Zombie boots, black skinny jeans, white crew neck, gray cardigan, and some form of snapback, probably another black garment, because black is 2/3 of my wardrobe in the closet that you guys never get to see. So I arrived there, and noticed right off the cricket stick that I am the youngest person in the room, and the next youngest person has at least 15 to 20 years on me. No biggie! I'm used to being the youngest person in any given situation, basically because I have a pathological loathing for most of the people my age. But that's another story. So, Issei shows up. We begin our first set, which is good old Southern-style stomp and clap music, which I love. So, while we're stomping and clapping and singing, I'm having a grand time, but then I become aware of an awareness, a heavy weight upon my shoulders. You ever have those instances in life when you can just tell that someone's staring at you? You may not be able to see them in your immediate sight lines, but you know that they're there, and you know that they're observing you, aware of you, judging you. I start to survey the room to see if I can catch this person peeping, to see if I can catch them with their peepers out. That sounded gross, and I apologize for that. So I'm surveying the room, and I go through the soprano section. I'm just like, it's not her, it's not her. I crack the line from soprano to alto, it's not her, it's not her. And that's when we lock eyes. 3 things I noticed right off the bat. She has 50 years on me minimum. So we're talking like late 60s, early 70s, maybe mid 70s at this point. Observation number 2. She is staring at me to a degree that borders on maddened obsession. It's not a sensual, oh, come hither. And it's not that innocent, oh, I've never done anything maiden stare. This is a, give me that dick. Now, unlike most of the people from my generation, when I catch her staring directly at me, and it is at me, it's not like often said, she doesn't try and cheat it, she's staring at me. She doesn't seem embarrassed, and she continues to stare. At this point in time, a certain sense of dread sunk into my bones, and I started feeling very weird and very far from home. No biggie. I'm here for the music. What I told myself. I'm here for the music. I'm here to have a good day. I paid $89 for this shit, so I'm gonna enjoy myself. First round ends, first break, 15-minute break. I decide to dial up the digits and call my mother because she's a chronic worrier. She wants to make sure that I got there safe and that I'm having a good time. Also, maybe a break update. And I'm willing to humor on this because she's my mother and I love my mother a lot. During the phone call where I'm telling my mother about my experience, which is a good one, I'm having a good time, I feel that same heavy presence on me again. My back is to a wall, literally. My back is up against a wall. So I pick my head up and I see the same woman 40 to 50 feet in front of me, just standing there and still staring at me with this very intense, like one of those. I put my head back down to stare at the floor while talking with my mother still on the phone, praying that she just goes away. After a good 30 seconds, I look back up and she's still there. But that is when I notice that she is not hunting alone. And this is a hunt with yours truly as appetizer, main course, and dessert, with a side salad that comes with the main course. I notice that there are 2 women to her right and 2 women to her left. A prelude to something that I did not notice while she was sitting. She and her 4 cronies are dressed as if they are ready for a night on Vegas, and not as tourists. So they start to walk forwards as I'm on the phone, and they get so close that by the time I have hung up with my mother and put my phone in my pocket, I can't move my back from the wall that I'm up against and walk away without bumping into at least one of them. The ringleader of this cult, let's call it Gigi, is very interested to get to know me. And by get to know me, I mean get the formalities of meeting someone new out of the way so she can then grab me, take me to some broom closet, and begin with extracurricular activities, which I, for one, at this juncture in my life, had no interest in. That sounds bad. That makes it sound like there was a juncture in my life where I wasn't for that. That's not true. Damn it, I've already said it and it's on the internet. Never mind. Over the course of the next, let's say 45 minutes to an hour, I get my chest caressed, my biceps squeezed, and my cheeks, both sets of cheeks, pinched excessively and quite violently, I must say. I am dealing with this. I'm putting up with it. Had another break, called my parents, told them, hey, there are a couple women here kind of touching me. My mother decided to just go, oh, well, they're grandmas. Maybe they're just being sweet. Maybe they think you're a handsome young man. And I decided to agree with her on this because, grew up in a different time. Maybe this is how they showed affection to cute younger males. I drew the line, however, when Gigi decided to cross a line and grab my package. At this point in time, I had had enough. I'm going to put my foot down and do the only thing left in my arsenal of tricks. Tactfully, quickly, and quietly remove myself from the situation, drive as quickly as I can back to my place of dwelling, and begin the arduous process of forgetting that this terrible turn of events has ever happened. So I call my back then girlfriend, currently good friend, Molly, and tell her that I need transport out of here yesterday. This saint of a woman drives the 40 minutes to an hour to come pick me up, and then the 40 minutes to an hour to drive back to her place, and then another 40 minutes past her place to drive me home. So I remove myself from the seminar. Screw the $89. No, I'm gonna be bold. Fuck the $89. I didn't pay enough money to deal with this shit. So I go downstairs into the lobby because it's a 2-floor building and we were upstairs, so I go down into the lobby. Gigi comes down looking for me. This woman is willing to grab my crotch with other people that may be watching and judging. God knows what she might do to my body in private. So I do the only thing that I can do. Go and hide in the boys' bathroom with the stall shut and my feet propped up on the toilet paper dispenser. And I hide in there until I get a text from Molly saying she's outside. And I book it out of that bathroom and through the lobby and out the front door like the devil's on my tail. Which it kind of was, because Gigi saw me and followed me outside. So I book it out the front of this building. Jump into Molly's gigantic truck, because Molly's always driven used to drive a big truck. The truck's name was Duke. Much cooler than my little dinky Saturn named Gertrude. And I pretty much tell her, go gadget giant truck, let's get the hell out of here. And we hightail it out. And that is the conclusion of this tale of tragedy. For all of my brothers and sisters out there who are constantly sought after by people who, I'm going to be bold at this state, are old enough to know better. You are not alone. You are not forgotten. And I do understand your pain.